So in this video, we're gonna give you the ultimate cheat code that's gonna help you get a funded account. Exactly 4.5 years ago, I did my very first FTMO challenge and I got the funded account from FTMO. Since then, I have done dozens of challenges and have got the funded account from FTMO, Funding Talent, my Forex fund. Now I'm currently trading a $500,000 funded account with the Funded Trader program. And the reason why I am making this video so I can help you get a funded account by showing you the exact same steps that I followed to get the funded account. But just before we do that, if you are new to the channel, consider hitting the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. And do not forget to join my free Telegram group from the link in description if you have any question regarding PropFirm. So let's deep dive into today's video. So before you even take the challenge, there are 4 things that I want to share with you, and you have to follow all 4 if you want to have a higher chance of passing the evaluation every single time and get the funded account. First of all, you have to understand trading is like sports. Traders who trade well, just like athletes who play well, always get paid more than the average trader or average athlete. So you need to develop a trading strategy that works 60-70% of the time, because every single trade that you take always has 1 out of 3 outcomes. It's either going to be a profitable trade, it's going to be a losing trade, or it may be a break-even trade. So you have to develop a trading strategy that is going to give you more profitable trade than the losing trade. And when you will be backtesting your strategy, when you will be working on finding a system, you have to catalog every single setup that you're going to be taking, so that way you can focus on the setups that works more time as compared to the setups that don't work all the time. So you have to have between 60 to 70% of the winning probability. And when trading, you must be only taking those setups that meets your trading criteria. If you have 5 different rules, then wait until market gives you a trade opportunity that meets those 5 rules. Other than that, you're never gonna be taking any random trade. Now, developing a trading strategy may take you months or couple of years, but you have to have the trading system that works before you even think of taking the challenge. Because let's say if you don't have a trading system, you don't know how you need to trade, you don't know your exits, you don't know where you need to enter, then how you're going to be passing the challenge? Luck will not help you pass the challenge. So you have to make sure that you develop a system that's going to increase your chance of passing the evaluation. If we just look at the statistics of all the firms, we know that more than 90% of the traders, they do not even complete phase 1 of the evaluation, and only near to 10% reach phase 2. And even out of those 10%, 30 to 40% are the only traders who are going to reach funded account stage. So out of 100, approximately 95% traders are losing both phases and they're never able to reach the funded account. Which brings us to our second step. That is developing a risk management system. Because you can have a good trading strategy that works 70% of the time, but if you are not following any risk management, you do not know where you need to increase your risk and where you need to lower your risk. There is no way that you're going to be managing your risk well. You are used to trading small capital, and when you look at the larger capital, you are always going to be thinking that I have to risk 2-3% so that way I can make more money. But it's not going to work that way. You have to make sure that you have a certain rules in your risk management when you will be doing phase 1 of the evaluation, certain rules in risk management when you will be doing phase 2 of the evaluation, and certain plan for the risk management when you will be trading the funded account. Because without risk management, no one can ever become profitable. So every single time we know there is phase 1, there is phase 2, and there is a funded account stage. So risk management for phase 1 is going to be different. Risk management for phase 2 is going to be different, and risk management when you will reach the funded account should always be different. Now, I always recommend, no matter whatever account size you take, you follow my asymmetric compounding risk management system when completing phase 1 of the evaluation. So let's say that you have a profit target of 8% and your daily drawdown is 5%, overall drawdown is 10%, and you're getting unlimited time these days to complete the 8% profit target objective for phase 1 without losing 5% in single day and overall 10% on the account. So what you're going to be doing when you will take your very first trade, not only it should meet your trading criteria, whatever the trading strategy you have to follow your trading plan when taking the trade. But also, when you will take your trade, you should not be risking 1% on the very first trade that you're going to be taking. And because you have a trading strategy, so let's say that this trade is going to work. There are going to be three outcomes as we discussed. First is it will work, second, it will not work, and third will be a break-even outcome. So let's say that your first trade that you will take, it's gonna perform, and we are looking for 1:3 risk to reward because we must be only taking those trades in phase 1 of the evaluation that has minimum of 3 rewards. So if it's gonna perform, that is gonna bring us 3% on the account. Now after your first trade, you are up 3%. That means you have made near to 40% of the profit target in single trade without over risking because your risk was only 1% on the very first trade. Now, if your first trade is going to be profitable and you're going to be making 3%, then you're going to be only using 2% from the 3% profit that you made from first trade as a risk on the second trade. So your second trade risk is going to be 2%. And considering that this trade again works, that's gonna bring us 6%. So overall, we have made 9% of the profits from just 2 consecutive profitable trades. Now again, this is one of 3 outcomes. Let's say that your first trade is gonna be a negative trade and you're gonna be sticking to 1% risk per trade unless or until you are up 3% of the profit. And scenario can be like this as well. Your first trade will be a break-even trade. Again, risk only 1% on the second trade. So that way you're going to be targeting 3% of the profits from your second trade. And if you are at second trade, let's say that you have made profits 3%, you are at second trade, then on the second trade, if you risk 2% out of the 3% profits that you made and you're targeting 3x the amount that you're risking again on your second trade, and that trade does not work and it goes against you, you're down 2% on the 3% profit that you made. So that means overall you're still up 1%. So again, risk 1% on the third trade. So that way you can go up to 4% on your account. And if the third trade again goes into loss, you're at break even. So that's fine. We're again gonna be sticking to 1% risk. You have to play smart. You have to make sure that you're not over risking because passing phase 1 of the evaluation is very, very important. And you must follow asymmetric compounding strategy to have a higher chance of passing phase 1 in just 2 consecutive profitable trades. Now, once we complete phase 1, then we move on to the phase 2. And on phase 2, usually the profit target is 5%. We get unlimited days to complete 5% of the target. And daily drawdown and overall drawdown are always going to be same. Now, when you will be doing phase 2, we are not going to be following asymmetric compounding strategy. We're just going to be using 1% risk on every single trade that we're going to be taking. So that way, no matter the result, we will only risk 1% on every single trade. So that's the risk management, simplest risk management that we're going to be following phase 2. If on phase 2 first trade goes into profit, we are up 3%. And out of that 3%, we do not need to risk 2% because our profit target is only 5% on phase 2. So we will simply just risk 1% again on the second trade. If this trade goes against our favor and it's a negative trade, then again we're going to be risking just 1%. No matter whether we are losing or we are winning, we are up 3% or we are down 1%. We are only going to be sticking to 1% risk per trade rule on phase 2 of the evaluation. Now, most of the times when traders they reach phase 2 of the evaluation, their excitement level goes very high. And why it goes very high? Because now they think they have completed difficult part of the evaluation and they're going to be easily achieving the funded account as they think passing phase 2 is very easy. But the problem is when you start to have that type of mindset, especially when you are on phase 2 of the evaluation, you're going to definitely start over risking. You are going to try to pass phase 2 within one single trade. So what you're going to do, you're going to risk 2 or 3% in one trade, or maybe you're going to stop following your trading plan. And when you will see market is going up or going down, you're simply going to be hitting buy and sell button because your ego is high, your excitement level is high, and you think that you're going to easily pass phase 2 of the evaluation because you have passed phase 1 of the evaluation. It's never going to work out. You have to make sure that every single trade that you take, you are following your trading plan and you're following the risk management system that I'm explaining in this video. Now, after you complete phase 1 and you complete phase 2, third level is funded account. Once you reach funded account, that's where majority of the traders are gonna mess up. The reason they're gonna think that they know every single thing about trading. And it literally does not matter whether you completed a $25,000 account challenge, $50,000 challenge, $100,000 challenge, or even $400,000 challenge. It's going to be same for every single one. Once you reach funded account, you tend to lose the funded account within one single week, because every time now you want to withdraw money, you want to take profits, you want to make sure that you get paid. So what's going to happen? You're going to again randomly taking the trades when market will not be giving you any trade opportunity, because you cannot have that patience to wait for the right opportunity. You just want to catch your first profit split. That's where most of the traders mess up. So you have to make sure that you are very calm, you are at ease, you are not forcing yourself to take the trades. And let me tell you, this what happens to almost every single one of the trader who are reaching the funded account stage. I'm not saying it happens to everyone. I'm saying majority of the traders are facing this issue. So once you reach the funded account, you have spent your hard-earned money on taking the challenge, and you have reached the funded account where more than 95% of the traders, they don't even reach. So why are you rushing out now? You have to be at ease, and you have to make sure that you're gonna be now sticking again to your trading system and your risk management system. That way you can make some profits, withdraw it, and get paid from the prop firm. Now on the funded account, there is no profit target. Daily drawdown is going to be same. Overall drawdown is going to be same. You're getting unlimited days. So I always recommend, do not risk more than 0.5%. Let's say you are getting 10% overall drawdown in funded account as well. If you risk 0.5%, that means to lose that 10% overall drawdown, you're gonna be losing 20 trades consecutively if you are following your trading plan. And I can guarantee, if your trading strategy works 60-70% of the time, you're never gonna be hitting 20 consecutive losses ever if you stick to your trading plan. Now you may lose 20 trades when you are not sticking to your trading plan, and you're just taking the trade when you see market is suddenly going up or suddenly going down. So following your trading plan when you reach funded account is very, very important. And your risk management is going to be simply maximum risk that you need to take is 0.5%. The reason why I say 0.5%, let's say that you're trading a $100,000 account, 0.5% is going to be $500 risk on every trade. And overall, at the end of the month, you have made 10 rewards, and we're only talking about the realistic targets. You only got 10 rewards at the end of the month. Now, on a $100,000 account, these 10 rewards at the end of the month, by risking $500 on every single trade, it's $5,000. What else you need when you are making 5K without even risking your own money, and by only taking trades patiently by following your plan and risking maximum $500? That's insane. So you have to make sure that you are following your risk management. Now you have a trading system, you have a risk management system. Where most traders suck, they do not do proper research when they choose the prop firm. And they look who is the cheapest prop firm, they look who have the lowest profit target without looking at their reputation. That's where you have to be very wise, because you have to choose the prop firm very wisely. There are tons of prop firms out there that are 100% legit, and they pay out to every single one of the traders. They include the Funded Trader Program, My Flash Funding, Skill Funded Traders, My Funded FX, Top Tier Trader. There are many firms out there, so you have to choose the prop firm wisely according to the rules that you like the most. It's up to you to choose which prop firm is the best. And the decision should be made by considering all the things that you think are very important for you. Maybe sometimes your trade hit profit or stop loss during news event. So you have to go with the prop firm that allows news trading. Or maybe you only want to connect your account to your main personal account. So you have to go for the prop firm that allows you copy trading. So all the rules, you should be considering them very carefully when you will be choosing the prop firm. Now coming to our last point is that there is one mistake that majority of the traders made. I even failed a lot of challenges. All the traders that you look on YouTube who are making big profit withdrawals, they have failed dozens of challenges as well. Failing is not something that you should be concerned. In my opinion, the reason why I failed many challenges is because I was always rushing out the process. When I was taking the challenge back in the days when there was the rule that you have to make 8% or 10% in phase 1, within 35 days. I used to rush out that I have to hit the profit target objective within a month. So I always used to take random trades when market wasn't giving me any trade opportunity. I always used to rush out the process. If I'm completing phase 1 and I'm on phase 2, I was rushing out that I have to pass phase 2 so I can get the funded account. That's where most of the traders they fail, because we are always getting so much excited for the funded account, for the money to start hitting our bank account, that we tend to start over risking, over trading in order to pass the evaluation as soon as possible. So do not rush out the process. Take it slow. Now you're getting unlimited time to hit 5% target on phase 2, 8% target on phase 1. You have all the time you want in order to complete phase 1, phase 2 and reach the funded account. So why rush out? So according to me, these are the most important 4 things that every trader must take in consideration before you even decide to take the challenge. Let me know in the comment section what do you think about these 4 steps, whether you got any value out of this video. And if you still haven't joined my free Telegram group, please join from the link in description. And that's it from this video, guys. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.